Hey everyone, this is Chris from Know Your Why Recovery. A while back on our website, knowyourwhyrecovery.com, we ran a series of blog entries geared specifically at anger. This blog series continues to be very popular, so we decided to make an accompanying series of videos for the blog entries. Now the thing is, we've all probably experienced a situation where we couldn't control our anger. It may have even caused us undesirable consequences. In fact, this may have even happened multiple times in our life. Sometimes our struggles with anger come from misunderstandings we have about anger and what we've learned about it. The thing is this, if we can understand our anger properly, we can learn to manage it properly. And the first step in doing that is to know some of the myths that we may have learned about anger so we can essentially unlearn them. Right? So the first myth we're going to talk about today is that the expression of anger is fixed and cannot be changed. What I mean by this is sometimes we may have heard that our anger is inherited, right? We get our anger from our dad, we get our anger from our grandfather or our mom, whatever it may be. The truth is, while some of these aspects of how we experience anger and how we express it may be influenced by our heredity, it may be influenced by our genetic makeup, our response to anger is actually under our control. Right? So our life experiences taught us how to react and respond to anger. But the good news is that if we learned maladaptive ways to respond to anger, we can actually unlearn them and replace them with healthy responses. The second myth is that anger leads to aggression. Now, while sometimes anger may be expressed with aggression or violence, it doesn't have to be. Proper anger management can help you avoid an explosion of anger and prevent a display of aggression or violence. Myth number 3, people have to be aggressive to get what they want. Now, aggression is often meant to intimidate, dominate, cause harm, force somebody a certain way. And while sometimes this helps us get what we need, it's often more destructive than it needs to be, and it has unwanted consequences. It's not great for long-term relationships especially. Learning to be assertive or expressing your emotions, your wants, your needs with respect for others is more effective in the long run. And it's the type of communication that you really want to try to do consistently in terms of our interpersonal relations. And myth number 4 is that venting is always desirable. Now, letting out anger is sometimes needed. Letting out anger in aggressive, negative, or destructive ways may have limited benefits. But when we express anger in these ways, we tend to actually reinforce these behaviors and teach ourselves how to be more aggressive. So the key is finding healthier ways to express anger as opposed to just explosive venting. Right? Now, these 4 myths, these misconceptions are very common, and a lot of people have learned them. As I said earlier, the good news is, though, we can unlearn them and we can correct these maladaptive anger responses. Now, stay tuned for more in this series on anger. And please visit our website, knowyourwhyrecovery.com. The link will actually be in the notes below. And you can read more about not just myths on anger, but how to appropriately express it and manage it without aggression. Thanks for visiting. Until next time, take care of yourself and others.